Welcome back to Tribe Talk for the Atlanta Indians. I'm Matt Methvin, starting first baseman for the Indians, sitting with Brian, the trademarked Dick House, and one of the Indians' heartthrob and muscle man. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Brady.
No problem.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you can make it. One of the things I want to talk to you about, leading the team in batting average, tied for second in home runs, number one in RBIs. That's quite a season for a person like yourself who's been out of the game for a few years.
Yeah, it's been about 8 years, so it's good to be back. Still got it.
And Tribe fans know he's still hitting the ball right out of the park. Anyways, one of the things I also want to speak to you about, Brian, what are your preparations for next week, having taken the week off for some personal issues and now coming back? Do you feel that your swing is going to be there? How are you seeing the ball?
You know, it's always a matter of getting the timing down, so I'm going to do some batting practice, probably go with maybe you sometime, so definitely get some swings in for next week. I want to make sure that the swing is working because we got a big game next week. I want to make sure we come away with the win.
What do you think is the number one objectives for the Indians? What do they need to do most off to be able to be successful in the playoffs and get back the two big hurdles they've had this season? One, errors in the field, and two, probably leaving guys on base.
You know, I think the team's starting to come together. I think the errors in the field, we're definitely been focusing on that. And I think the past few weeks we've really been making a lot of efforts in not making errors in the field, so I think we're making some good strides there. And you know, I think pitching is an area where we're also coming along together pretty well, and as the playoffs come around, we'll see how everything's coming together. Speaking
of pitching, I did see that you made your first pitching appearance of the year a few weeks ago. Looked pretty well. What, did you strike out the side, or did you strike out 2 strikeouts, I think it was?
2 strikeouts, mostly lucky, but you know, just getting back out there felt pretty good.
And how's the arm feel?
It feels pretty bad, honestly.
Well, the always honest Brian Dick House, I guess you can say. Let's see, what else can we talk about here today? Well, Brian, what are your plans after baseball?
After baseball, you know, looking for that major league contract. I think it's coming up here pretty soon after the season. You know, talking to the Braves a little bit, but trying to trademark my name right now, the sweetness, because everything I do on the field I feel is pretty sweet. So
excellent. We have to agree. And just so you know, ladies, Brian, just like Mr. Cecil, is also single and looking. So if you're out there and you know, you're eligible, looking for a nice, good-looking, hot German guy, you know, hey, there he is. One of the things they talked about earlier before is Grant, one of the co-managers, talked about was who on the team would be able to eat the most hot dogs. He said that he thought that I would be able to eat it. Yes, at 215 pounds. A little hefty, got a little doctor's call, a little bit of a weight problem. But what is your opinion on the team? And who do you think would eat the most hot dogs?
You know, I'd probably have to say, I'd probably give you a good run for your money.
No?
You'd probably be in the number 2 hole in the hot dog category. I think I'd take you though.
What are with a few games left over in the season, what are your plans for, as I know baseball is a team game and we want to win the games, make it all the way to the championship, but you personally, if you had to say it outside where no one else could hear, what are your personal goals for the rest of the year?
That's where you're going to put me on the spot like that? Yeah. Personal goals for the year, you know, hate to say it, but I would like to lead in every category on offense. So I need to work on the doubles and the home runs, but that's really just pulling it together in the playoffs. I mean, I just want to win, and if I can put some of those numbers together, great. But if not, something to help the team win, some sac flies, whatever.
Excellent. That's what I was talking about. Every single one of these Indian players you see behind me over there are team players. That's how we do it. So, well, Brian, I greatly appreciate you coming out today. We've had a great couple of interviews, so after a hard practice on the week off. Brian, I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks,
I wish you and the rest of the Indians the best of luck, and go Tribe.